defining Active Directory rights management services. How can we concisely and simplistically define this attribute of Active Directory? Let's give it a shot. Active Directory rights management services can be defined as a Windows Server role that controls access rights to files, etc. So, what Active Directory rights management services tends to do is restrict access to specific files, folders, data in the Active Directory infrastructure. Now, one of the popular ways it does is through encrypting the information and only allowing decryption to happen by certain objects. Objects meaning universal principal names. It could mean however you want to understand the users in Active Directory having rights to partake of the data, whether it be a document, an email, whether it be a application, etc., etc. So what the Active Directory rights management services does is uses its abilities to filter out access to Active Directory objects or Active Directory resources that takes advantage of different abilities like encryption to filter those objects, particularly, let's say, individuals, those individuals who can and cannot access it. And a way to think of that is, think of it as a hotel room. You go to a hotel, a modern hotel, and you pay in advance at the door through the bellman, not the bellman, the desk, the main desk. You pay for access to the hotel room for, let's say, for 3 days, and they give you, they take a card, like a little credit card, and they run it through their machine, and it programs the card with code. An encryption key, or encrypted on that card, is a message that tells that door, once you slide the key in, he or she or they can access said door to open said hotel room. Think of Active Directory rights management as the actual key system. The key itself is the permission to access the resource, and it has an encrypted message on it that, once passed through, will allow entry into the asset. So think of the rights management in a light, the same way you would think of trying to access a door in a hotel room. Only those specific people that have been designated will have access to the door. And you will have to assume their identity. In the case the card is the identity, you'll have to assume the card in order to get in the door. Think of it that way.